You know, yeah.
So, Systema breathing. There are 7 key principles. We're going to talk about it in this video. Enjoy. So maybe you've heard about Systema breathing, maybe you haven't. Most likely you have, and that's how you found this video. There's 7 key components to it. 1 is nose and mouth breathing. 2, breath leading. 3 is called sufficiency. 4 is the one that I always forget for some reason, and it's continuity. 5 is pendulum. 6 is independence, and 7 is no tension. Now, if we start from the back, I like to say that 7, the no tension, is actually a conglomeration or the effect of you doing the first 6. Here's the case. Number 1, nose and mouth. Essentially, while you're training or you're doing anything of effort, you're inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Super simple. Number 2 was the, whatever number 2 was, breath leading. Breath leading is number 2, which means that you initiate breathing, and then you initiate movement, then your movement ceases, and then your breath ceases. So I like to call it bubble breathing a lot of times. So Dave, if you begin an inhale, then go down to the floor, and then once you're on the floor, your inhale should stop. Now you begin your exhale. I know you guys can't see him. And then you come up. So what's going on is the movement of going from top down to the ground is happening within the inhale, and from the ground up is happening within the exhale. And we're going to come back to that in a moment. Now 3 is sufficiency. This just means that there's plenty of air for all of us. So take as much as you want, as often as you want, but
Don't take too much.
don't take more than you need to get done the thing that you need to get done. So 4 is continuity of breath, which just means breathe all the time. Why? Because
No stress.
no stress. So many times in the daily life, you're just doing something that you think is normal, but it's applying a stressor to the body, and you hold your breath. Everybody holds their breath. So don't hold your breath. Always breathe in, out, all the time, unless we're underwater or there's some kind of poisonous gas or something. Then that's different. Or specifically in training, you're told to hold your breath for a reason. So number 5 is the pendulum. The idea of the pendulum as it swings back and forth, it gets to this top point of one of the swings and it pauses ever so slightly before it starts going the other direction. This is what you want to think about with your transition from your inhale to your exhale. And if you want, when you come to the end of that inhale or exhale, just extend it just a tad bit more and then switch back. But you don't need to be like, right? Make it smooth. Okay, so that's 5. Number 6 is independence. Now, when we did the movement of going from standing to the ground a moment ago, we did it, I believe you inhaled on the way down, you exhaled on the way up. Right? That's not the way you have to do it. So breath independence means you can continually breathe, right? Number 4, continuity. You can continue breathing regardless of what the movement itself is. So just what we'll do first is reverse it. So exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up for us, Dave. All right? So now we can also go from there is inhale halfway down, exhale the remaining of the way down, and then inhale halfway up, exhale halfway up. Go ahead. So now you're splitting the breath in the middle of the movement. You might be thinking, but isn't that counter to the breath leading? No, because the breathing started and ended with the movement in between. So we're still okay. So the idea is don't get locked into, I must breathe this way on this movement. It doesn't work that way. You can breathe however you want, okay? And then number 7 is no tension. So if you take all the first 6 together and you keep them in mind while you're doing your movement, while you're doing your training, number 7 should magically appear. you're not getting overstressed, you're not getting tense physically or emotionally or psychologically, however you want to say it. You only need enough tension, this is a whole other video, you only need enough tension to accomplish the thing you're doing, no more. That's what we've got for you in this video. Dave, again, thank you.
You.
We'll talk to you later.